to take it used as recycling too. So any auto parts store.
They have to take it? They can't say no to you?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's like part of the deal with like selling it.
that you have to take the dirty ones.
Yeah, you have to take dirty oil back.
Okay, and then what do they do with it?
They can refine it into new oil, or they can...
Wait, themselves? They can do it themselves?
No, I mean, there's like bulk oil pickup companies.
Okay.
You know, they make a loop of all these stores and pick up the oil, and yeah, they can repurpose it into new oil, or they can actually burn it as fuel too.
Okay.
I mean, like with used cooking grease, you know, they collect that and pick it up too, and a lot of that goes into like fuel, cosmetics. You know, you can make biodiesel out of it. Yeah, I mean, there's even guys who, like, if they have access to a lot of used oil, they'll put in like an oil furnace in their garage or workshop or something, and then it's just like a real slow drip of oil, and it just burns inside a furnace. And apparently there's no fucking heat hotter than used oil.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what do they use the heat for?
You know, just like heating your garage in the winter and that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, it's like a regular furnace, but it's like, yeah, they say like...
Is that healthy? Is that like toxic?
Well, I mean, you're like, you know, you got a stovepipe that goes out. You know, I mean, yeah, people say like, you know, they used to use like oil furnaces here too, you know, just like, it was like kerosene or diesel. It was like that.
Okay.
You know, people would burn that, you know, just like regular car fuel as, you know, heating oil. They call it heating oil. And it's still pretty prevalent in like the Northeast U.S., but they say there's no heat hotter than fuel oil.
Okay, did not know that.
Yeah, like different fuels feel different. You know, like forced air doesn't feel the same as like radiant heat, and it doesn't feel the same as like fuel oil. But yeah, they say fuel oil, nothing feels like fuel oil burning. Like it's a hot heat.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just keep paying for that.
Yeah, considering that you need extra, yeah,
that seems like a lot of
cost
walk around,
wise. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just learn how to do it yourself, I'll show you how to. You know, just so you know. But yeah, when you factor like the cost and the benefit and the hassle, and
yeah, for this one, I'll get out of the car. It takes maybe about 40 minutes.
Yeah, you know,
and I'm on my way.
And there's
I just have to say no, I don't want that. No, just stick with the oil.
Cause they gonna try and they gonna keep trying. They know they're gonna break you down. Oh, this air filter looked dirty. Man, I tell you what, next time you go in there, take a Sharpie marker and write today's date on your air filter. If they don't show you one in your handwriting with today's date on it, they fucking with you.
No, I got, what is it?
The news has actually gummed up those places on that before.
You know, it's funny. At first I'm like, yeah, that sounds cheap, and then I think I just went home and like, what is it? Went to Amazon, try to look for one. It's like $5.
Yeah, and
literally you just place it, just in and out.
Yeah, a lot of time there's no labor. It's like 4 little clips. You just pop, and then there it is.
I saw her do it. I was like, that looks pretty simple.
Yeah, so
yeah, in
the future, yeah, they're probably going to be like, oh, this is dirty, for one they just put in 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't drive with this. Like, oh, that's funny because I just wrote my name on it today. Like, where's my name? Showing me all this shit.
Yeah, because, you know, that's why I was asking about the, what is it? The transmission oil. That's what I'm worried about. But,
oh, yeah. When was the last time that
we
was
didn't even
done?
look at it. We didn't look at it.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'll be at work tomorrow. I can look at it then.
Okay. Hopefully this guy doesn't find anything else, you know what I mean? Because obviously you said the only thing was it didn't pass was the brakes. The brakes are clearly newly replaced. So now I'm just kind of like, what is he going to use? So I went in there, right? I was like, He's like, "Oh, you ready? You ready to get it done?" I was like, "Oh, actually, I did it myself." And he's like, "Good, good, good for you, good for you." And I was like, "Yeah, I just need the test." And he's like, "I can't do it now though." I was like, "No, no, I'll just leave it here. You know, take your time." He's like, "All right, 2 hours." I was like, "Yeah, 2 hours." So he was pretty chill about it. That's what he sounded like to me. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if, how devious these guys get if you don't use their service.
Well, honestly, my thought probably was he just threw out a go away number. Like, that's what contractors do too.
Well, like hour?
No, I mean, it's like if you want something done and they're not feeling like doing it, or they're like, this is a small job, this ain't worth my time.
Oh, he's saying like,
yeah, that's the fuck off price.
Well, that would be the best case scenario, to be honest.
Yeah, literally, you gave him what he wanted.
That's great.
He's like, if you're that desperate and that hard up, I'm not going to say no to you.
Right.
But my hope is I just throw out something crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm just going to leave.
I'm off that.
I'm off it.
Yeah. I went to like 3 places. It's pretty busy around here. But I wasn't going to make a schedule and wait for one. I was like, I need to get one done immediately. So he wasn't my...
Yeah. He wasn't my first choice.
I went to 2 other ones, and then I was like, you know what? This would be good for me to, you know, see how this goes. This could be a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was, in my mind, I was thinking the worst case scenario. It's like, oh, so you went to somebody else? Why don't you get the...
Yeah, I don't think they care about that.
Yeah, I overthought about it. But yeah, it was pretty simple. So
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, and this one's just like right here, and there's hardly anybody goes there. So he's always available.
Red flag. The guys who are honest, people know they're honest.
Yeah.
And they always have work.
That is funny because the first one I went to, he said, "I'm sorry, I don't really do the emission test and whatnot, but I know this is where I send people." So he sent me to a specific place because he's like, "These are the boys. These guys do it right.
Yeah.
And they're very fair." So I know 2 guys that I got referred by other mechanics. So if you're getting referred by other mechanics, that means you're pretty, you know what you're doing. And they were booked.
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, you have to make an appointment." I went to the other one. "Yeah, not today. I'm booked. I'll make an appointment." And then I went to your homeboy and be like, 2 hours? I got you. Don't worry about it.
He's like, "No, I'll get you in right now. I'm not very busy today." No, like that business, if you're not busy,
speaking,
there's a reason.
Seven. Hold on. Hey, how's it going? Sorry about that. Say that again.
Your car's ready to go?
Mm-hmm. How much do I owe you? Say again.
No money.
No money?
No money.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I will be there in like 20 minutes.
Right.
All right, thank you so much. No money? Did they come together?
Huh?
I don't understand. Because I paid. I went there and he did the emission, and then I paid for the emission $36. I assumed it was like 2 prices. So, and now he's like, no money.
Is that like a state mandated price? Like, is there a state set max price?
Bro, I'm the last person to know that.
Yeah.
I
mean, I just know, like, in a lot of those cases, like, the state sets a price and they can't.
But I feel like I paid more before. So wait a minute. If I would have went to somebody else, they would have made me pay.
It's a possibility there might be, like, laws about this. Like, they can only charge you for 1 inspection, and if you fail the re-inspection, they can't charge for.
Whoa.
There might be laws on this, you know, because, I mean, the state makes them do it.
That's pretty interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I just learned something right off the bat.
I mean, it's possible. It's just, like, in Illinois, we don't have safety inspections. We just have emissions.
Yeah.
Like, and it's DeJuan. Like, it's always a DeJuan looking guy.
Yeah.
You know, like, big old fat black guy. He's always got his ass hanging out his pants, and it's always hot as shit, you know. Right. He always looks just miserable and tired. You know, and yeah, literally they just, like, plug up the code reader. If you don't throw any codes, they're like, okay, you pass. And that's it. And it doesn't cost anything.
You guys don't pay anything?
Mm-mm.
What? You pay nothing?
Yeah. I mean, that's all they do is just plug in the reader, though.
Okay. I've never not paid. I feel like I always paid at least $60-something. Man, I've been getting robbed.
Well, again, all they do is emissions. Like Missouri does safety too.
Well, what do you think the safety is more invasive?
I mean, they actually have to look at things for the safety thing.
Like open the tire, maybe.
Yeah, literally in Illinois, you can drive any fucking death trap that can still move down the road, and they're like, "Oh, you ain't got to check engine light? Good to go."
Good to go. All right. Anyway, let's get into the potty. It's been a minute. I think it's been like a month since the last one we did.
3 week roughly. A lot been happening.
No, I looked at the last one. I actually lost the last podcast. Like I lost the recording.
It got deleted.
It got I left it here, and the computer restarted itself, and it didn't save.
Damn.
So it's a month.
Damn.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad about that. Yeah.
C'est la vie.
That happened twice actually.
C'est la vie. The modern era.
I think it was the one with who was it we were talking about? The Los Angeles, the riot over there.
Damn, I was dropping wisdom.
And then the Elon Musk and Trump headbutting.
Oh, the rift. You notice
Rift,
how people
yeah.
forgot all about that?
Anyway, let's get to it. Actually, let's start with that. Epstein file. Let's talk about that. People are losing their mind. So Trump administration came out and said, "We're done here. There's nothing. He killed himself. We send you the video. Case closed. I don't want to be asked about this anymore."
What's Ghislaine Maxwell in jail for 20 years for then for no crimes?
Well, no, there's crimes. So that's what I don't want to say. Why people are saying there's no crimes? I think people are just upset that there's not more people getting committed. She got committed. Her sentence was because she was doing sex trafficking for him. So they both were in jail. So the two who caused all this are in jail. So what else are people looking for?
I just want a list. I want names.
Oh my God.
Give me a name. One fucking name.
Dog,
I don't care what name. Just put a name out. I don't need all the guys. Just give me a guy. Somebody.
I heard so many people like, then what is she in jail for? I'm like, what do you mean what is she in jail?
One name. I don't care how low ranking he was. I'm not asking for a lot here. Send one guy down the river on this. I don't care who.
I'm so fascinated how people are just so I have never seen a group of people
I don't
more
want the
disappointed.
big fish. I don't need big fish.
I don't know what guy.
I'm not trying to say Bill Gates did it or Bill Clinton did it. Some low-level guy.
Just give me somebody.
Give me a patsy. Come on. Somebody needs a name.
People are so disappointed. Dude, everybody is pissed. People are turning against Trump. You know, I've never... I mean, the turn was so... What are they? They're going against Kash Patel because he's dating a Jew.
Yeah, his girlfriend is like...
God.
Her father is like Mossad. You see?
No. It's not even that crazy. It literally... I think she works for PragerU. And PragerU
Oh, yeah,
is a
PragerU.
Jew. That's it.
PragerU is Mossad.
Shit. They're making
Yeah.
They're like, we gotta make these connections. Okay, so he said it, and then who's the other one? The crazy one who's like, really? He's like, we gotta know who's in this file. Dan Bongino. Is that? Am I saying his name right?
Dan Bongino. Yeah.
He was like, I'm sorry, guys. He did kill himself. There's nothing
Yeah,
here.
Dan Bongino didn't kill himself.
And he was one of the most people who was like, there's no way it was just him. There's more to this than we know. And so the thing is like the people who were questioning this like crazy, they went in, they saw the evidence, and they're like, damn it.
And they all fell in line.
That's what everybody. You gotta find more. They refuse to let this conspiracy die. Okay. Oh yeah. What's his name?
In my heart of hearts, I just wanted him to say Bill Gates did it. And then I'd go, well, look at him. Of course.
Oh, dude, people like it. That's what I'm saying. Most times, most of the conspiracy we're thinking about, we think it's bigger. There's so many. It's nothing.
So many
it's nothing
players.
burger. It's always nothing burger.
Bill Clinton did it.
Think about the Diddy. let's talk about the Diddy as well. The Diddy was another one. How many people were thinking this was like, oh, all the Jay-Z, Beyonce, we have all these famous people doing all this wild shit there.
Diddy's going down for taking an Uber to a freak off. What justice is this?
What is it? What he got? He got committed. I think it's just moving prostitution. That's the only thing.
One charge. Yeah, for like
two
getting
charge.
an Uber for prostitutes.
That's it. 2 charges of prostitution. So technically, Rico out of the door. What is it? What's the other one? Human trafficking. Nah. So the 2 big things are gone, and we were like waiting for all these kids, and people said he did things too. The defense didn't show any of it. The defense didn't even use most of the stories that we heard about in online. So that tells me it was baloney. And this is what I'm talking about. It's always baloney. They literally, at one time, they were saying there was over 300 to 1,000 people who were like not the defense. What is it?
Prosecution.
The prosecution was looking through. Where? All they used was Cassie. And even Cassie, the video we seen her getting milliwapped on that video was literally, they didn't even use that.
Yeah, I mean,
so it was so disappointing. Who was the prosecution was James Comey's daughter, and people are like,
Jew.
oh my god, dude! People are, again, it's just conspiracy will not die if you're not somebody who's trying to look for the evidence. No one's looking for the evidence. They just want what they thought was in there. Like, what is it? Alex Jones. Why was he crying? Did you see him crying?
He cries a lot lately. He's turned into Glenn Beck. Nobody's more emotional than Glenn Beck.
He called Trump the most truthful guy, and at the same time he says they're lying. He's lying too. Like, which side is he on? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you and your groups that like this became a nothing burger. And
yeah, I mean, you know, and at least the judge denied bail for Diddy, so he can't fly to the freak off in Grand Cayman or wherever.
I blame Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi is that her name?
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi. I blame her. I mean, she's the one who's raveling this up. She was doing some razzle. She got the frenzy going. They're like, it's in my table. You know, we got the list.
I got the files. Look at the binder of the files. And it's all redacted.
Dude.
The only words they didn't black out are the ones like is.
Listen, I think it's her fault. She literally just played you guys. Like she played the fiddle. She's like, I got it for you guys. And now she's like,
hack.
And now she's like, I don't know what you guys talking about. We're not releasing. It's all like child porn.
Did you see a freak off? How many freak offs did you see? There ain't no freak off.
So Elon Musk was lying. So what's up with Elon Musk saying Trump was in the file though? How? Now he's creating a whole. He's back basically. That's what I was going to. He's back.
Have you seen the files? We can't say Trump's not in the files.
Oh my god. Oh shit, dude! This is not gonna die out at all. This is fire. I'm seeing like.
No, the more they try not to talk about it, the more people do talk about it.
Tucker Carlson, he's talking about.
Oh,
I know so many. There's no way. He's like there.
He's deep on this.
He said, "There's no way." There's
Tucker
gotta be
is
more
deep
people
on the conspiracy.
He's like, there's gotta be more people. I know people who know about the case. That's
big
what
conspiracy.
Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, dude, it's beautiful. It's beautiful seeing the mega community just eating itself. Like, I think the Democrats should just sit back and just enjoy this ride. This is beautiful. But the Democrats won't sit down because there's always some nonsense they go about. Now they're seeing about they're trying to blame Trump for the horrible floods happened in Texas. The cuts. If he didn't do the cuts,
the Doge,
this would have never happened. Dude, they're going that
far. The
far.
river would have never come up. Yeah, like, MAGA's definitely full of shit, but, like, whatever the equivalent is on the left, they're also way full of shit, too.
I mean,
if the cow don't milk, Trump did it.
It's like, why?
If it rains too much, Trump did it.
They have such a good opportunity right now. Instead of somebody coming out and, like, just trying to get, the division people on their side, they're just they're solely focused on Trump. They don't even care, like, all the things going around.
No.
They're just blinded, like, I hate this guy. I will not give him any win.
Did speaking of the opposition,
Mm-hmm.
did you see what came out about AOC?
Oh, like the fact that she's actually
A literal
welfare-
carpetbagger.
Oh, the carpet. Oh, the fact that she's not from.
Yeah, not from the Bronx and from like a leafy suburb north of there.
Yes, I have.
Grew up rich.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
like
not just a waitress. I'm just a waitress.
just
you
a
know?
humble waitress like me.
I'm making I'm making nothing. Minimum wage.
No money waitress, just a bartender. Walked through my shoes,
From
beating,
Brooklyn.
knocking on doors. A
Get
Bronx girl like me. Yeah, it turns out she's from like an affluent suburb 25 miles north of town.
Well, it even gets worse. Now they have the New York. What's his name?
Zohran.
Zohran Mamdani. Yeah. What's your take on that? That whole thing.
I get it.
Go on.
So, Mamdani's people, or his biggest voting constituency, or his biggest voting block, was people who earn over $100,000. Actually, it's not poor people; it's higher income people. Those are his people, and really, he's a symptom of a greater cause or a greater problem, because like these are people who, millennials, Gen Z, they've been told their entire life, like, education is the road out of poverty. And they get the education, they do what they're told, and they're like, what? Why am I still working 2 jobs? Why can't I get ahead? Like, why is New York so expensive? Why did my dad work as a police officer and now I'm a police officer? Very common in New York, multi-generation, Dad was a firefighter, I'm a firefighter, Mom was a nurse. Like, why is it now that I can't even afford to live in the neighborhood that my father told me never to go to as a kid? Mamdani's the only one talking about that kind of stuff. He's the only one who said, they asked on the debate stage, they go, if you're elected mayor of New York, where's your first state visit going to be? And everyone else, Eric Adams, Cuomo, they all said, where did they say they were going to go first? Of course, they said Israel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mamdani, he said, I'm not going anywhere. Israel's not our problem. I'm staying in New York, where my people are, where my people's problems are. I got to solve the problems for my people, not the Israeli people. And you're telling me that doesn't resonate with people who are just getting ground into dust by inflation and high costs? Like, what's Cuomo doing going to Israel on the taxpayer's dime? What's that got to do with the price of rent?
All right.
I get the appeal of the guy. Like, his solutions are, of course, not right, but he's the only one talking about them, too. Socialism and communism doesn't work, but no one else is offering any kind of solution to your woes either.
Right.
So what are you supposed to do?
Listen to the lies?
Well, the right has its own problems, too. They'll just tell you, well, it's your own fault because you're lazy and you just don't work hard like me.
No, I'm not even saying the right, but I'm saying like everything he's saying. I mean, there's nothing authentic about this guy.
Yeah, he's full of shit. He was born in Uganda. But he's not even from here. But like, he also does say things that are relevant to people who live there, and he does talk about their problems first and foremost, which
well,
no
if that's
one
the
else
case,
does.
why is he only as you just said, the people the voted for him mostly are people who are wealthy, people who have enough money.
I mean, wealthy too is kind of a misnomer in New York too, because it's like, it's not uncommon to have a W-2 that says more than $100,000 in New York, but the rent is $4,000. The taxes are half of that.
Well, that's fine, but again,
on
base,
paper, we're high income people, but in practice, we're not.
So but I'm just saying it's just weird that if he's connecting with, how come the lower class who are feeling all the stuff he's saying, who would feel it the most are not about it.
Well, he resonates with the lower class people too, but
I think this
the
is more-
larger part of his voting bloc are the educated people.
Exactly. So I really think this is a lot more than just what is it? This is hating America, hating the West. This is prime example of like hating colonization.
That's what college prepares you for. Let's be honest, but you go to college, you get your expensive degree, you come out of it hating America, hating the West, hating white people.
I can say it. He's a legit racist. He's literally are judging people by the color. He literally said white influence. I don't know how that's not racist, to be honest with you. He's saying, what is it? He's gonna take some money from the white affluent neighborhoods. He said that.
I saw that. Yeah, we need to knock the white neighborhoods down a couple of pegs.
But my thing is, does he believe that there's no black affluent neighborhoods?
Probably not. That's not how these people
Isn't
think.
that racist? I mean, that's 100% racist. That's what racism is right there. The way he's approaching his policies, you know what I mean? One of them is specifically he's taken a color into the picture.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't know how people can, but that's what I'm saying. I think we passed.
Yeah, he literally said open season on whites.
Yeah. So, and then what was the other one? Raising taxes. I think Eric Adam was the one who made that point, saying that like mayors can't do anything about taxes, raising taxes or none of that.
God, New York taxes are high enough. How much tax is left to squeeze out of the economy?
But regardless, once he becomes a mayor, he literally has no power in that. So he's lying, basically saying that he can do something about it. He has the power to actually do something about the taxes, the position he's in now, compared to if he actually becomes a mayor.
Honestly, like, let's look at all the big American cities. You've got Karen Bass in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Wildfire Karen Bass. You got Michelle Wu in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal immigrant Michelle. Well, she's up there talking about like, well, I have no idea how much the city spends on illegal immigrants.
Okay.
She's grossly incompetent.
Right.
Brandon Johnson in Chicago.
Oh, dude, yeah.
The mayor of Detroit, the mayor of Baltimore, the mayor of Philadelphia. Philadelphia's mayor, she can't even spell eagle.
I remember that,
Yeah. E-G. What? Yeah, honestly, though, like, look at the history of New York mayors. I mean, expecting the voters of New York to do the right thing, you're going to be disappointed. That's like expecting the voters of Chicago to do the right thing.
I agree. I think
Like,
he's definitely
they're going to
win.
double down. Like, honestly, in their heart of hearts, Mamdani isn't extreme enough. We need more extremism.
So that's what I was going with. So AOC was the first one, and now they got this guy coming up. At this point, what I'm saying is the Democrat Party is just digging in harder. They're not like coming out of the fog.
Oh, no.
They're just going deeper into the fog. This is as deep as the fog we can go so far. This guy is literally want to do, what is it? More rent control that's not already
Rent
destroying.
control, yeah.
He wants to make grocery stores for
Government-run groceries.
Bro, how does that make sense?
That's like Cuba. You know what's in the grocery store in Cuba? Rice and bananas. And oil. That's all you can buy at the government grocery store in Cuba. Oh, I think they get like a ration of like 12 eggs every 6 months. That's why every Cuban is 5'4" and they've all got these like real thin arms and legs and these like rock hard stomachs because like all they get to eat is cooking oil, rice, and bananas.
Same thing with AOC, very affluent, came from an affluent family.
Yeah.
Same thing with this guy. His mom is a Hollywood director,
Yeah.
and his dad is a professor at Columbia, teaching about what?
Colombia.
He's also another one who hates America. You know what I mean? He talks. I mean, he literally.
Well, at least he's open about it.
Exactly. He's
I'm
teaching
tired
class
of these
about
guys hiding it. I'd rather, instead of undermining all of us, just come out and say it.
Yeah.
I hate whites. I hate blacks. I hate Jews. Whoever you hate, just come out and say it. Like, don't work in the shadows and undermine us. Just come out.
Dude was talking mad smack about Abraham Lincoln. He's like, he's not a cool dude. I was like, Abraham Lincoln? He's not a cool dude? What?
Who is a cool dude? Mega Hitler?
Mao Chong or whatever his name was. You know, those are the
Pol
guys.
Pot.
Yeah.
We need to bring Pol Pot back.
So yeah, I mean, this is also the same guy who got, what is it? He checked the back, so he's black. How is this guy black?
He was born in Uganda, was he not?
I think that was.
Is that not an African American?
I like how he's trying to justify. He's like, I'm trying to explain my complex background. Shit. My ethnicity is is such a complex thing, and I just kind of there was no box for me to check that was gonna simplify it, so I put it's black, and they still rejected.
I mean,
Still got rejected.
you are right though. Like the pace at which this accelerates is kind of interesting because it's like AOC was like the first generation, Mamdani is like the second generation, and all the bullshit AOC be talking, he doubled down on that.
I mean, government grocery store. I mean, I
Free
don't know.
bus tickets.
I don't even know.
I'll vote for anybody who said I can ride the bus free. Well, they jumped the turnstile anyway, so
That's
what's
what
it
I was gonna
matter?
say. I think somebody was saying like it's already free. What
Yeah.
free can he get?
Yeah, I watched a bunch of people jump the turnstile in Chicago. I was like, huh, that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who's going to be Gen 3? What's he going to come out saying?
This is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, think of how the crazy shit we've seen from AOC to Mamdani.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the next guy and what's going to be free from him?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I agree with you. People should get what they voted for. I hope they vote him in, and I hope he accomplished everything he's saying he'll accomplish for New York, because they just deserve this. They
totally deserve it, but there's a real trick in their brain. They never connect the dots on that. Like they're gonna get rid of the police. And instead of the police,
he wants to defund the cops
too. Social worker.
He wants to defund the cops as well. Yeah, New York of all places, you want to defund the cops. All right.
And you know what those social workers they're going to send look like?
What?
They're going to look exactly how you think they're going to look like.
Picture in your mind.
They're going to be these white girls. They're going to be female, all female. They're going to stand about 5'2", and they're going to have that little short haircut, and they're going to have these round wireframe glasses that all stick out right at the end of their nose.
I understand.
Zohran, I understand why you're holding a pregnant woman at knife point in the subway. It's the internalized misogyny of the racist colonizer. And they're wearing like a high vis vest.
Yeah.
And Zohran is just like la-ba-lee-ba-la-ba-lee-ba-da-ba-dee-ba-dee. Trying to set a sleeping woman on fire on the subway. And they've got to like talk him down and say like, no, I understand. It's the internalized racial misogyny. How many sleeping women are going to need to burn alive on the subway before we realize what a mistake we made?
We'll find out. I mean, this is what the voters want. I hope they get what they want. That's all I can say.
Well, they'll find out. We don't live there. St. Louis has its own problems. Alfred Montgomery. The Honorable Sheriff Montgomery. The duly elected.
Oh my
with that
god.
fucking hat.
Oh
I hate
God.
that hat.
But anyway, let's go to the tax bill. The tax bill is passed.
Big beautiful pork.
Big beautiful pork, yeah. And people are saying this is the worst bill has ever been introduced in a modern history of America.
The big beautiful deficit.
Yeah.
$4 trillion.
Oh man, my thing is, what is this? Again, another point to for the Democrat Party to really all they're saying is like, oh, they're just giving all the money to the rich and the poor. You, the poor, they're sticking the bill on you. But my thing is like, every time there's any kind of a tax cut or tax break, it would obviously benefit the rich because they pay most of the tax. So even if it was like the smallest thing, it would always benefit the people who are actually paying taxes. People who are like saying, "Why are you guys giving these people tax? You don't even pay taxes. Like, what are you complaining about? People getting tax breaks for?"
Yeah, I mean, Bernie Sanders. I listened to him on Joe Rogan. First off, Bernie Sanders is a completely uncharismatic and unlikable guy.
Go on.
Hearing him in an informal setting like this is just painful. Well, usually it always comes back to the rich people. Like, literally, if the chicken didn't lay an egg today, it's because the rich did it. Like, I mean, Bernie, is the rich in here with the room with you right now? Like how Stalin used to see traitors where none were.
Yeah.
Bernie sees rich people where none are. But as much as he likes to hyperventilate about like all these billionaires, they hold all the money. You know, I'm like, if you confiscated every single thing they have, that wouldn't even cover like 2 of the 4 COVID relief bills. Like, we don't have a revenue generating problem. We have a severe spending problem.
Exactly.
There's only so much you can squeeze out of the rich. Like, Congress has a spending problem, not a we need more tax problem.
I think, what is it? Was a record how many people left England? Like, rich people that left England last year?
Oh, England's hemorrhaging people. Like, I mean, if you have 2 legs, like, you're out of England.
Exactly. So,
like, anybody with any possibility of, like, the only people left are those who are stuck there, physically stuck. Like, you're not strong enough to swim across the channel.
And that's what happens. Rich people can afford to go. The world is an oyster to them. They can fly, become a new citizen anywhere they want. You think you're gonna hold them down here because of the tax, whatever? They're just gonna leave, and then what happens?
UAE citizenship is for sale.
There you go.
Like, you can purchase citizenship in Dubai.
That's why,
and they're happy to have you too.
Dude, everybody's
they
going
court
to Dubai.
you. They don't talk about we're gonna raise your taxes. They don't even have income tax.
No taxes.
No tax. Yeah. Like, that was also my kind of issue with like Trump's. What do you call it? Like the golden visa?
The golden visa, yeah.
I mean, it's like, you know, if I was in the position to purchase a citizenship, is the U.S. the best deal for me?
Well, it depends on what are you looking into. Like, what's
yeah, I mean,
if you're an American citizen, you would assume like there's nothing to, because you don't really.
Yeah, they tell us like, we're the golden fucking, this is the best there is, the best it could ever be, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I was in that position to where I could purchase a citizenship, would Dubai not be better, you know?
Most people are doing it in Dubai for that reason.
No taxes. What kind of regulations do I have to jump through to start a business in Dubai?
Honestly, have you seen how many people are going to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, Puerto Rico, too.
Puerto Rico.
I mean,
if I was making what is it, $1 million, if I was cleaning $1 million a year, I'm going to Puerto Rico. What am I doing in the States? Going to Puerto Rico. I mean,
you know, that's something that does get lost in the propaganda. It's like, would there be, you know, it depends on your circumstance, of course, but like, you know, if you were rich and you wanted to go into business, would Dubai not be a better, because, you know, they have a more amenable tax structure, a more amenable regulation structure.
And if you have the money, you'll be so safe. People are, you know, if people are like showing videos of like, you can just leave your keys in the car and no one will touch it. Because if anybody takes it, their hands are coming off.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly right to cut off somebody's hand, but if all you have to do is just not steal, I mean, that's, you know, it's a good incentive.
It is. It's a good incentive. But so you're right, there's a lot of spending problems. So when people try to cut the spending in any way, it's immediately just blaming like the money's getting cut is just going to the rich people. So it's just like nobody is trying to like having a reasonable conversation and say like, hey, we are spending too much money and we should try to find cuts anywhere we can. So obviously they trying to go for Medicare, and everybody's like, thousands of people are gonna die. I mean, the people are they're like doomsday is coming. That's what they're making it seem like.
Yeah, I mean, doomsday was gonna come in the hospital business anyway.
100%.
The worst thing this does is just speeds it up a little.
I agree.
Because, I mean, healthcare for a lot of Americans is under a multi-front attack right now. I mean, Medicare and Medicaid do not pay shit, right? And I mean,
and just the amount of fraud that happens. So have you seen the case that just
of fraud? Yeah, billions of dollars of fraud.
I think it was like $14.6 billion That's how much money they stole.
And that was 14 people, I believe.
That's insane.
Well, I read an article that said organized crime actually was getting into like Medicaid fraud
Yeah.
because it's a lot easier than running cocaine and there's almost no consequences to it. It's a white collar crime. Literally, all you have to do, start a business, is like non-emergency medical patient transport, to take like old people to doctor's appointments or something.
Yeah.
Identity steal some Medicare numbers and some Social Security numbers, and we just start billing Medicare for trips to the doctor's office for people that don't exist. And 60 days later, the money comes to your account.
That's so easy.
Literally, that's all it takes.
That is so easy.
Yeah, organized crime figured that out, and they're like, yo. And we don't have to deal with actually touching cocaine.
We won't be killed. You know what I mean? Violence is out of the way.
Yeah, we can just type some shit into a computer and get paid in 90 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's Medicare and Medicaid don't pay anything. Private insurance locks their reimbursement rates to Medicare rates.
Yep.
So that's a three-way race toward the bottom. So we've got that going on. That's really slaughtering like rural hospitals. And private equity has also gotten their nose under the tent flap too. So they're actively in the process of running up massive debt, giving it all to their investors, sucking out all the money, and then now you have no hospital. Like, I was actually watching a YouTube video on that.
Uh-huh.
It was, I think, 5 hospitals. They're all under like a chain, a 5-hospital chain. They were struggling anyway for the aforementioned reasons. And private equity bought them, sucked out all the money over a period of years, and closed them. And the day the last hospital closed, they were having a news conference out front, and car pulls up real fast, like talking tires squealing kind of thing, and the lady jumps out and she's like, "My baby's not breathing," not realizing the ER closed the day before.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, they called an ambulance, and I think they said it all worked out, but still.
That's crazy.
That's how you radicalize people.
Oh, my God.
And that's a story that's going to be repeated again and again and again all throughout the rural America hinterlands.
Yeah, and instead of, like, trying to remedy the whole problem, everybody's just pointing fingers. Nobody's really trying to get to the bottom of it. Everybody's just blaming somebody else. Instead of actually working together, let's just say this, because this affects everybody, and it benefits everybody if we fix this problem. But everybody's just pointing fingers at the other party.
And like healthcare in America is, I mean, you could read about it nonstop your entire waking hours for years, and I mean, you would still have only a vague understanding of like what goes on with all of it. I mean, this is like an 8-dimension Venn diagram. I mean, some things overlap and some things don't, and there's layers to the overlap and some
but the
there's
basic,
so much to this.
The basic for people to understand it would have been that the fact that the free market is not the free market. Like when it comes to healthcare, there is no free market.
No, there is nothing free about that market.
That's the first thing that needs to be solved. If it's not free market, when is it? That's why there's so many layers, because everybody's trying to survive. You know what I mean? 'Cause if private companies have to connect their pricing to a government funded, program, how are you gonna? It's just like rent control. It's literally like rent control.
Yeah, I mean, well, then you also have laws like EMTALA.
What is EMTALA?
I forget what the acronym means, but it's Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, I believe. Basically, it means like if you're having a medical emergency or you're a woman in labor, like the hospital has to treat and stabilize you regardless of your ability or inability to pay.
Yep.
So hospitals are kind of interesting in that they're businesses, but they're also run as charities by law.
So they're forced to be a charity from that perspective.
Yeah, they're forced to be a charity.
Yeah.
So a lot of that gets like passed on to like self-pay customers and insurance companies negotiate the rates down. And I mean, it's like the hospital will bill the insurance company like $200,000, and the insurance company negotiates it down to like $2,000. The illegal immigrants just walk in and they give false names and false addresses, and they have to be treated anyway because of EMTALA. And there's a lot of administrators now. I mean, if you look at job growth in the hospital, bedside clinical people,
Yeah.
it's been flat for 50 years. But if you look at like administrators, the line goes vertically up.
Oh, extra jobs for some baloney stuff.
I mean,
That's basically everywhere at this point.
Yeah, HR,
Colleges,
admin, billing.
That's
Well,
like
and that's the other thing with the insurance too, and Medicare is, since they give you so much money, you have a lot of hoops you have to go through in order to get that money.
they 100%. Yeah,
It has to be billed a certain way. It has to be coded a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be submitted a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to fuck it up.
Yeah.
So they can be like, oh, well, you didn't submit that form right. Deny. So that's intentional. I mean, that created the entire coding and billing industry.
Okay, so what do you think about the SNAP thing? How they're trying to make people do more work to apply for it. What was your take on that? People are saying, so the argument is that SNAP. So people obviously this bill is trying to make it hard for people to just get SNAP willy nilly.
Yeah,
They're trying to put an obstacle in front of people, paperwork, so they would say, to try to weave out.
I'm surprised Illinois hasn't already sued them for it. They're like, you're not going to make it harder for us to give out welfare. I don't know what the hell you think this is.
I'm largely okay with it because, like, if you don't want to do all that paperwork, then you shouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Arkansas tried that. Same with the Medicaid or whatever.
Oh, yeah, they were doing drug tests.
Not even drug tests.
And they threw like 3 people off for failing a drug test. Or like, all these welfare recipients, they just smoke weed all day and fuck and eat chips.
So I was going from like because they're saying people who are able-bodied should work at least 20 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
And obviously people are like, no, that's not okay.
What is able-bodied? What do you mean able? That's ableist.
But anyway. Yeah, so what is it? So the bill is trying to, I think they were saying like, oh, this is never going to work because they're like, if we make people having to work, it kind of forces them to generate more income for themselves and for the government, or it would kind of like force them to not just waste our money, the government's money. And people were saying, I mean, from the Democrat perspective, the way they say is like, no, that doesn't work. So they used the Arkansas one, and they said the study shows the Arkansas one, all that paperwork made less people apply for it, but it didn't get people to start working more. And I was thinking myself, I'm like,
so mission accomplished.
Literally, that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, that kind of.
Yeah, I'm like, mission accomplished.
Yeah, if they don't want to work and they don't want to apply for it, okay, we're saving money there, are we not?
Well, God, my thing though is, think of how low quality the employees are today, and then imagine they have to show up 20 hours a week to keep their food stamp coming. Like, God, you think White Castle sucks now?
My thing is, if the immigrants that I know can fill out these papers that hardly speak English, I think anybody can do it. I don't even understand the complaint of like all these paper filling situation. How are you? What? There's literally people to help you fill out the paper.
Well, immigrants actually speak English, unlike Americans who go to Roosevelt.
Oh, what a bar. What a bar. Yeah, what a bar.
Yeah, you went to high school. Like said, he's like, before I came to America, you couldn't have told me nothing that there are people in America who can't count. What do you mean there's Americans who can't read?
So in my head, I was thinking like these people who couldn't fill out the paper. I'm like, I was trying to put myself in their position. Are they just like, what? You know what? I'm just not gonna fly. I'll be hungry.
I just won't eat. Well, fuck it. I guess I'll go to my old job at White Castle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak for the state of Illinois. Like, they have an army of social workers, like, who sit by the phone all day and wait for you to call. Like, they'll do everything for you. It doesn't matter what language you speak. Like, you speak Nepali? Like, we'll get you a Nepali interpreter.
Press
like,
5.
Yeah. Press 87 for Nepalese.
So, yeah, I just think the argument the Democrat have against these bills is just so silly to me. It's not even reasonable.
I think somebody did a study and said if you're a single mother with 2 or 3 kids and you're getting everything, Section 8 and food stamp and Medicare and WIC and all this shit, or like if you're getting the full boat, that's equivalent to like $60,000 a year working a job.
Damn.
If welfare pays $20 an hour and White Castle pays $19,
you don't gotta be an Einstein to
yeah, all of a sudden you
math.
can count real good on that one. You know all about math now.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I mean, I'm finding it very hard to be sympathetic towards all the argument they're making.
Yeah, welfare pays better than working. I don't know, what if we did a little pay for play thing where it's like if you pick strawberries for 20 hours a week, you get welfare. You know, that's a 1-2. We get rid of all the illegal immigrants on the farms.
Yeah.
And we get the strawberries picked. And you get food stamp.
Anyway, all right, let's try to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
What about the bombs dropped on Iran?
Oh, all right. You want to take this? You want to take it?
Man, that was beautiful.
All right, let's start with how the whole process happened. So they were doing negotiation with, because we talked about this, like, I think we talked about this the last time we had a podcast, and we were like, I was trying to tell you, like, can we justify letting Iran have nuclear weapon?
No.
We simply said no, because they told us many times
They
if
would
we
want
have
to use
it,
it offensively.
we will use it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can't have an offensive use nuclear weapon,
exactly. So
especially them.
yeah, exactly. So what is it? What is his name? Obama made that deal with them. Terrible deal, obviously. The deal basically was that we give them a bunch of money so they don't create, nuclear. What percentage was 20? More than 20%.
It was actual pallets of money, physical pallets of money on airplanes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, so they used all this money to reinvest into these hideout, facilities. Fordo was a hideout. Nobody even knew about Fordo. What is it?
Trump sure knew about it. Sent the bomb. It ain't that well hidden.
But anyway, so Obama leaves office. Trump comes in, and he's like, this is silly. Because also one of the deals was that after 10 years or so, most of the obligation was just going to fall off. So they eventually were going to go back to doing what they were doing before. Yeah. So it was just the deal was dumb for that specific reason. The fact that it would fall off.
I mean, I would argue, too, that, that was a case of giving a bad child a cookie, too. Because it's like the Iranians were like, we're going to make the bomb, and we're going to use it on the Jew, and da-da-da. And Obama was like, I'll send a military transport full of money if you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like negotiating with a hostage in a way, isn't it? Yeah,
so they just keep talking that same shit, and they're like, hey, they sent us a shitload of money before. Let's talk the same shit and see if we get the same result back on the other end.
That's right.
I like money. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a bunch of sanctions, but obviously sanctions don't really work if you have other countries who actually can just support you with that sanctions. They just kind of like, wasn't it one time they changed their oil cargoes to like coming from Venezuela instead of Iran or something like that?
Yeah, we just use Venezuelan flagged ships.
And China's like, come on in, I want all the
Yeah,
energy.
not like the Chinese give even the slightest shit about any of that.
Exactly. So that happened. So they were finding ways to get out of the sanctions. So they were fine. They were just kind of, biding their time for the time to end so they can get back to doing their thing. And as they were getting all this much money from, the money that we're giving them, the money they're using to sell oil illegally, they built Fordo. They built other facilities where Even in the deal, there was like, who were the guys who have to like inspect? What do they call them? The inspectors?
Yeah, there's some
The
kind
IE,
of
something like that.
Yeah, there's some kind of international.
Yeah, so
it's got an acronym. Yeah.
So when they would go there to inspect, they weren't even seen. They didn't even know these facilities existed. They're like, no, stay here, stay here. This is it. Look, we're not doing anything crazy.
Yeah, it's like when you do a tour of North Korea. You go where the handler takes you.
That's right.
And then you're like, oh wow, North Korea's so clean, and look at the grocery store that they have just for the tourists.
Yeah. So Trump's first term, obviously he was talking a bunch of like, hey, you better not, we're not in the deal anymore. So once they got out of the deal, they just started like creating more uranium. And then eventually they were trying to test Trump, like to see how really, is he serious about this?
Is Trump weak?
Yeah, so Soleimani was doing a bunch of like, what's it called, side missions of like, bombing some embassies here, getting their proxy, like, the Houthis, the Hezbollah, and just trying to see how far they can take it before Trump did something about it. So obviously Trump had enough of it, and he killed Soleimani, and that really shook them a minute. That took them aback. They stopped doing anything after that. They were kind of being their best behavior in a way, and then your boy Biden comes in. Don't do it.
He's weak.
Yo, start the production.
Biden.
Yo, start that production, man. This guy's not gonna do anything, man.
Spin her up.
Yeah, so they started basically producing as much. I think they got to like 60%, and eventually Trump comes in, and this is where he's like, "Hey, let's get to the table. Let's negotiate. Now let's get a deal going. But the deal has to be that you cannot have a nuclear weapon. You can't even try to create a nuclear weapon." And they said no.
But it's not a nuclear weapon. We just want nuclear power. Why don't you want our energy grid to join the 20th century?
So anyway, they said that's a non-negotiable. Like, we will not create stop trying to create a nuclear weapon. We're just not going to do that. So obviously, at that same time, the war was happening with Palestine and Israel, and the Houthis were fighting against Israel. Hezbollah got rocked by Israel. Israel started just basically sniping all their enemies in the side, and they finally turned their face to their main enemy, which is Iran. Iran has always been the main enemy for them, and now they don't have to worry about the proxy. They can basically go head on. So as the deal was going on, Iran was basically like, no, we're not going to do this deal. But it was funny that Trump was kind of like, nah, we're going to get this deal done. You guys got 60 days. Is that what he's 60 days.
It's going to be a deal. It's going to be a most beautiful deal. The best deal.
But he restated. He basically said there's no circumstance where Iran should be allowed to have nukes. And that was like, he's been saying this forever. And most people agree with this sentiment, right? And a lot of, this is where the opposition comes in. Throughout the war that's been going on, there's been obviously a group of people who, well, not just hated Israel government, Netanyahu, but also started hating the Jews. So anything has to do with the Jews or Israel, everybody was just against it. So this specifically, now everybody started becoming a fan of Iran out of the sudden. You've seen people who are America first are defending Iran like crazy. It was just out of nowhere.
I can't keep track of all these flags I need to buy. First I had to buy the Palestine. Well, first I had to buy the Ukraine flag, and now I had to buy the Palestine flag. And now I got to buy the Iranian flag. God, how much flags am I going to be waving here? I stand with Iran. Like, God, when does it end? My Ukraine flag feels real neglected. Notice how we ain't talking about him no more. October 7th happened. Who the fuck Ukraine is?
Yeah, so anyway, the big
river to the sea, baby.
The big movers was Tucker Carlson, and who was that guy? David, the comedian.
David.
All right, never mind. If you don't know about him, then he's not a big deal. But anyway, there was a group of people who are all about like, forget these rhinos. Who was the Republicans who want to go to war? What do they call them? There's a name for them.
Oh, neocon.
These neocons.
Lindsey Grahams.
Lindsey Grahams, want us to go to war. Ted Cruz.
The Ted Cruzes of the world. I serve Israel, Ted Cruz.
Doesn't even know the population of Iran.
I don't know anything about Iran. Israel says they gotta go, so they gotta go. Hey man, I just do what my employer tells me.
So anyway,
I'm just doing my gerb.
This is what God wants me to do, you know what I mean?
If you bless Israel, God blesses you in turn. And it's 1 for 1. You give Israel the first portion of your income, God gives you the first portion.
Well, before the 60 days even ended, basically Israel took the mission to take out as many as the scientists, leaders of this nuclear weapon as much as they can. And they did it in like such a beautiful...
Oh, they do it with the efficiency of a Swiss train.
Surgeon, like a... Did you
They're
see that
so
missile?
efficient.
Did you see that missile? Like it hit just that room.
Yeah,
I mean that's crazy.
No, like, don't go with Mossad. Like, these guys are good. Like,
Dude, it was unbelievable, and they're doing this all while they're in a room. Like they're not even like out there risking anybody. Remotely, they're doing all this. So obviously, they took out a bunch of their scientist leaders. And they also had like insiders there. They literally have insiders everywhere.
yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you even prove you're not the Jew? Is there like a blood test you can like?
Oh, but anyway, so they had some bunch of inside information, letting them know that like these guys have passed 60%. They're not getting to 90%, where you can once you get to that level. You're not using it for civilian use anymore. You're using it for a weapon.
Yeah.
So, Israel of all people, they couldn't take that risk. You know what I mean? I think people take out the video with Netanyahu, like every year he would come here and be like, they're there. They're almost done. They're almost done.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, why is it? He says this every year and they're never done. It's because we don't listen to them. So they have to do the dirty work in the sense of like killing these people off. So it slows them down. So every time, it just kind of slows them down, but they just keep going back. So the same thing they're doing right now. So this time they just did it like in a larger scale because they're like, we're already in a war. The war already hates us to the levels that you can't even. They had literally had nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So they're like, this was their moment, and they used their moment. So they're basically like, start attacking a bunch of their defense system as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to tell the story how the defense system they got it going there?
Oh, I mean. What happened with that again? Like,
yeah,
weren't they like shooting a bunch of rockets over and?
So yeah, what is it? They smuggled a bunch of spikes, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and then they got like some kind of VPN with these spikes, a signal to them, and what is it? They opened a whole factory inside Iran.
They did, yeah.
who are like generating all this spikes, all these drones, whatever, in their land, bro. And they smuggled all this in there without them even knowing at all. That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
A big black mark on Iran too.
Such a big black mark.
You have no border control.
So whenever time it came to really go at it, the spikes were activated and they just destroyed all their defense system. You know what I mean? So the sky was completely free. So they just came in and they just start bombing facilities. They destroyed a bunch of the scientists. They destroyed a bunch of the ballistic missiles. Like what are you used to?
Oh, like platform?
Yeah, so they destroyed all those platforms. So they destroyed all the platforms as much as they can. Throughout this time, obviously there was a bunch of to retaliate. Iran obviously sent like 2,000 of just rockets back to them, a bunch of drones, and some of them did hit. The Iron Dome couldn't defend some of them. Like some of them were hitting.
And that's very unneighborly too, because in order to get to Israel, you have to go over Syria, Iraq.
That's right.
Jordan. They don't want that shit shot down.
Did you see that?
What if one lands short? Like, this ain't even for us.
That's true.
Like, they don't want that.
Your boy Abdul was sending me videos. Like, Jordan, literally as it's going by. He's like, send me videos. I think the last one just like dropped onto them there. Yeah. They were like dancing around it. So, yes, you're right. And that actually,
what kind of quality control do they have? How do they know one's not going to land short?
I don't know.
That's very unneighborly.
So for that reason, Jordan was basically on Israel's side. They let them use their air because you have to. The only way for them to get there, they have to pass by Syria and Jordan. They basically said, yeah, go on in, man. And so they basically were in Israel's side. The two Israel enemies, you got them to convince them. They hated Iran so much, they're like, yo, go ahead, man, finish this. This guy is actually our enemy too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we're tired of him launching these rockets over our airspace.
that could hit us
Yeah,
without thinking, without neighborly. As
yeah,
you
we
said.
don't want this busted ass shit landing on us.
Yeah, exactly. So so they basically clear the airway. Now they're just controlling their. I mean, the sky was just theirs. So, but the one thing they need to do is get inside these facilities. These facilities are like, how much deep down were they in the ground? 60 meters.
Which is 180 feet, roughly 200 feet.
Yeah, and obviously it's very hard to get there, and there's only one people that can get down there. And that's
The
America.
bunker buster.
Yeah, so this is where the whole conversation came. So Netanyahu was like out there saying like, "Hey man, we're not trying to make America do whatever, but this is it. I mean, we've done the hard work. We got it's completely clear in the sky. All that America has to do is just drop those bombs, and we can save the West." That's the way he kind of talked about it. And I think he even enticed Trump, saying like, this could be the biggest victory a U.S. president can ever have. You know what I mean? And Trump's like, I like that. I think he got enticed. I think he got enticed by that. Yeah,
he got manipulated.
Oh, dude, he was like, you know what? He didn't do any of the. All he had to do is just drop this bomb, and he would get the credit.
Yeah,
Why not?
I mean,
they've done all the dirty work. They killed everybody. The sky is fully clear. All you have to do is send these 2 bombs, drop them, 37 hours, and go back home, and you get the win.
yeah,
You're gonna be in the book of history. And Trump was like, I like that. Let's fucking do it.
Let's roll.
And everybody was like, if we ever attack Iran, there's gonna be war. We're this endless war, regime change. None of this is like. Everybody was basically like,
I was
let's not
definitely
do
concerned about it at first.
I was not concerned
like,
at
this
all.
is not MAGA.
I wasn't concerned. Exactly.
No new war is not MAGA.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
You know, and like Netanyahu, God, he's been saying that. You know how many times over the last 30 years I've heard, oh, Iran's only 1 month away.
That's right.
They've been 1 month away for 30 years.
Yes, but he just did. But I understand why he was saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I get his point. Like, he does need to whip up that frenzy.
Not just whip up the frenzy, but I think every time they have to kill people. Like this is not the first time they just kill scientists. They've been doing this so many times, so they can just send them back. So obviously, every time they're close, you will warn people. But if people don't listen, you're actually the one in more trouble than us, really, right?
Yeah,
so you have to take the first blow. So might as well just not listen to people. Do what you need to do. So they've been doing that throughout the years. Yeah. That's the reason why. I think there was one time early in the years of this when they were close to it. I don't know if you heard the story where they had like an AI gun like kill one of the scientists from someone like in Tel Aviv or something. I thought that was just not an Uber, in a taxi. The scientist was in a taxi, and an AI gun just killed him. I mean, these guys, when you're being attacked from all angles,
it's unhealthy to be against Israel. It's bad for your health. This isn't good for your health.
Dude, they're so good. This is like different.
No, they're very good.
And I think it just makes them even more good because they know they can't rely on anybody. They have to only rely on themselves, and it just makes them stronger. To be real with you, that's how the Jewish community has been, dominating the world for so long. Is because everybody's against them. All they have is each other.
And to be fair to Trump and MAGA, like, what they did with Iran is really the best case scenario too. Like, of course we don't want to see forever war. We don't want to see an occupation. We don't want to see boots on the ground again, of course, right?
And I would just point out, nobody advocated for that.
Yeah.
But continue.
Where I'm going with this is, if you got some shitheads like that who are doing shithead things, let's just send a bomber and let's just drop one on him and then let's go home. Like, as long as, like, no American servicemen are dying, I'm kind of neutral on the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to see American flags on caskets. I want to see Iranian flags on caskets. Like, we killed the terrorists. The terrorists couldn't do anything about it, and our guys came home. And I'm like, this isn't really that bad.
Well, hold on. Just let's get more in detail of the mission. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. You know what I mean? 60-day comes, the sky is clear. Netanyahu does the job, gets Trump convinced, and then in the middle of the night, we don't even know. Nobody even knows this is gonna. They don't know this is gonna happen.
It was any other day to them.
From our great state of Missouri, okay?
They all come from Missouri.
Kansas City. Two dudes in their 20s, okay? With what do they have? Sandwich? Was it
Turkey sandwiches. That's their rations. Turkey sandwiches, because it's the most bland, boring, predictable food there is.
That's right.
Because God forbid you get a stomach ache at 35,000 feet, 3 hours into the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not eating curry up there. They're eating turkey sandwiches.
Anyway, in the middle of the night, they go, what was it, 37 hours up there? How many refills?
Oh, I mean, it was a couple of mid-air refuelings. At least 2, probably. I don't know how many in specific, but, I mean, they flew nonstop from Missouri to Iran and then back.
Bro.
Without landing once.
Bro. And precision. Just dropped right there and just came right back, landed in Missouri again, and then that's it.
And then
we waited.
Damn, boy, I'm real tired. Let's go take a nap.
Bro, that's amazing. Nobody can do that. Nobody
on Earth can do that.
This didn't just wake up Iran. This woke up China. This woke up Russia.
The entire world.
Everybody was like, "Oh my god!" So it was great to see. Well,
yeah, they're like, "Oh, Trump talk all this nonsense. Trump's just talk." Yeah, well, Trump actually sent him this time.
Historic.
You don't know when Trump's gonna send one for you next.
It was so decisive. I mean, it was to the point that like now that Iran has to retaliate. So even when they were trying to retaliate, they literally called the president and be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, but we have to do this. You know what I mean? Like we got to show face. We got to save our face. You know what I mean?" In that world, obviously, showing it's all about that. You know what I mean?
Face is important. Yeah.
Honor is everything. So
face is important.
They sent a bunch of missiles to the base in Qatar.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember
right.
that?
Yeah.
But before they did that, they called Qatar and they called Trump. Even Trump was like, it's all right. They called me. They let me know they have to do what they got to do.
We put the base on alert.
We put everybody was clear. We dropped all of them down. We got rid of them. So it's all good. And then it was like a day later. It's like, all right, we're gonna get peace going. Israel and Iran are coming to the table, and we're just gonna have a peace. That's it.
The ceasefire that wasn't the ceasefire.
But wasn't that crazy? But I'm just saying, like, do you know how crazy that is for this country to be embarrassed like that and immediately cave in like that and be like, all right, we'll take the ceasefire?
I mean, what else are they going to do?
It was quite sad. But they were still saying victory. We almost destroyed the Zionists to the point that they had to go run to America to save them. They were literally celebrating.
Oh, they can spin like nothing else.
No,
nobody can spin like that.
Fireworks, you know what I mean? The dances came out, Overall, Trump won. You know what I mean? He won. In the sense of like, Iran is basically saying they're blaming all on Israel, okay? Not even America at all. And they're saying if it wasn't for America, we would have destroyed our enemy. America's apparently not their enemy anymore. You know what I mean?
And you'll also notice that a lot of these other bad guys like Putin and Xi, they haven't been coming around too much after that. They've been keeping a low profile. They didn't even want to go to the BRICS summit in Brazil.
Oh my. Okay, so anyway, going back to the Trump thing. So he goes to the G7. Dude, everybody was loving Trump. They were calling him daddy. The chairman of NATO called him daddy. Trump was shocked. Like, he's like, I am so honored by all these people.
They don't want him to send the missile to them. You get on this guy's bad side, the B-2 comes for you.
So it was fun to see people who were claiming, there's going to be a war if we did anything to Iran, to like try to backpedal hard. Well, we didn't say it was going to be a war or anything, but I don't think this is a good thing. Everybody was trying to justify that, like, they just couldn't admit that they were wrong.
Yeah,
they were wrong.
Yeah, I'll admit, like, at the very first, I was like, oh God, here we go again.
Yeah.
But it does seem to have mellowed out after the first day, so
there was nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal.
And now we're in a place where the president of Iran himself does an interview with Tucker Carlson, and he's basically just Kyle Town in America like no other. I mean, that I don't know how.
What are they gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people have been saying that these guys are not. These are bullies. If you hit them in the face, they'll be like, they're gonna go cry.
Yeah, I mean,
We've been saying that for years, but people are like, no, we can't do anything. We got the Obama era. They were like, just give them money. Just give them whatever they want. Let's not escalate the situation. It might be bad. Or a lot of people were saying like,
appeasement.
dude, people were literally saying Iran is not like Iraq or Afghanistan. Like if Iran has a military that's like could substand us. I thought it was insane. People were actually saying that. Like Iran is not. We shouldn't take them lightly. I was like, these guys are jokes.
They're gonna shut down the Strait of Hormuz.
Ugh.
With what navy? Send in the USS Gerald Ford and see if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed.
And anyway, so the usual suspect came out of all the woodworks, and they're like, he didn't even destroy it. He didn't even do anything.
Those bombs didn't hit.
Yo, they can't let him have any win. They just refused. Dude, they couldn't acknowledge the fact that this is such a great military effort that we've done. They just couldn't even acknowledge it, just because Trump was the guy who ordered this.
Man, my thing is, okay, for the sake of argument, let's say the bombs didn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're digging it out right now. Send another one. Here's my logic.
Yeah.
The first one probably shook up the ground real good. The second one, it could probably dig in a little bit deeper than 60 meters. I don't care. Yeah, keep sending them until you do get to it.
So
what
yeah.
are they going to do about it?
Well, now they're saying they want to come to the table and all that nonsense. But at this point, the only way for them to... I just hope that he never changes his stand saying that there's no circumstance where they should be allowed to have a nuclear. As long as we stay with that, we should be good. We should be good.
Yeah, I mean...
So I think this is a huge win for Trump. Even a lot of people who are independent, I think most Americans wanted this to happen.
Yeah,
It's just Twitter didn't want this to happen.
I think it's just such a great example of, like, American logistics, too. Like, nobody runs logistics like we do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any other country, unless we gave them the technology to do it, can even do a mid-air refueling. Our Navy, I think what we have, like, in the water right now, just rusting away is, like, museum ships that civilians can go onto.
Mm-hmm.
That's bigger than the entire Royal Navy right now.
That's crazy.
Inactive museum ships would be like the second biggest navy in the world.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's larger than the Royal Navy currently operates.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to wrap that up. That's what we got. You want to add on to anything?
I mean, it's just a good example of what your $1 trillion DOD budget per year goes to.
Don't complain. Don't complain.
Yeah, show the people what they're buying.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now they know. They know what happens if they start yip-yapping about nuclear again.
Well, if he gets comfortable, send another.
Just keep sending them. And now we're trying to create a whole new one too. So we're ready.
The B-21 Raider.
Anyway, I think this is one of the privileges that we just don't understand. We're an island of safety. Like nobody is comparable to us.
Yeah, I mean, people like to crow about like, oh, China builds 8 times more ships per year than us, or China builds all these ships. Like, they don't have fuel though. Like, there's no fuel. They cannot operate like draw a line around where Taiwan is. Mm-hmm. They can't go deeper into the ocean than that.
That's so embarrassing.
Like, they've got all these ships, but they can't go anywhere.
That's embarrassing. Anyway, all right, we'll call it a day. We'll see you guys next week.